How's it going, guys? This is Taurus again. Thanks for watching my last video. Hopefully you found it informative. This time I want to talk about your state of mind and how do you prepare yourself for a big lift. You know, we all have our off days and bad days. You know, maybe you're going through a breakup, an argument, you know, whatever it is. Sometimes you come to the gym and you're just not mentally in it. So what can you do to become more consistent in all your lifts and hopefully not miss any lifts because psychologically you just weren't in it? So the way we can do that, the way we can be more consistent with our mindset, is by controlling our physiology. And what that means is basically, instead of trying to change your mindset, we change the things that we do have control over, which is our physiology. Things like our posture, our breathing, whatever it may be, we control that, and in turn that will it'll bring us into the right mindset that we need to be in. You know, for example, if you're feeling really sad or depressed, whatever it may be, you're gonna notice your shoulders are slouching, you have bad posture, you have very shallow breathing. Versus if you're feeling really confident, you're feeling strong, your shoulders are going to be back, chest up, deep breaths. So this is the first thing we change is, you know, control your posture, your voice, your tone, all those different things. We change that to help us bring us into a better mindset. The second thing that we can do is we condition our bodies into doing something that will automatically snap us into the right mindset. You know, for example, let's say you're driving and you're just in a neutral state of mind and a song comes on that automatically brings you back to a time you were really sad or happy, whatever it may be. Well, just instantly change your emotion without even trying, or without even thinking about it. So we can use that, we can utilize that to help us give us an advantage in the gym, in the weight room. A lot of the best lifters, you'll see them doing some kind of a crazy ritual before a lift, and that's all they're doing is basically just creating a habit to where, you know, specific actions will automatically snap you into the right set of mind. So this is something that I try to teach a lot of my clients, and something that I do myself as well. And it doesn't matter if it's your warm-up sets or if it's your heavy sets, you approach the bar with the same ritual every single time, and without even thinking about it, you automatically get into the right mindset. You know, you can maybe have a really bad day, you just don't want to lift. You know, you think, oh my God, this 500 pounds is gonna crush me. Well, you look up to it and you just go through your little ritual, and you automatically snap into it, and you're not even thinking about whatever made you sad in the first place. And that's why it's so important to have that little ritual. You know, I have one. You know, everybody has one without even realizing it. You know, any athlete in any sport will have their own little ritual. Another really important factor is to visualize. You know, before I lift, sometimes I'll stop in front of the bar, I'll close my eyes, and in my head, I will do the lift. You know, whether it's 2 reps, 5 reps, 1 rep, I will go through it in my head. So before I even touch the bar, I've already done it. You know, I don't start putting negative thoughts in your head like, oh, this bar's gonna be so heavy, it's gonna crush me. In your head, you should have already done it many times. So when you pick it up, it's just habit. So my ritual, I'm gonna talk about one lift here, and that's the squat. I'm gonna walk you guys through all my squat attempts I did yesterday. You know, I worked up to a pretty heavy single of 550, and I did the same thing every single time. It doesn't matter if it's my warm up or if it's my heavy set. The only thing that changes is the intensity of my setup. You know, versus me, let's say there's 300 pounds in the bar, I may just grab the bar lightly, put my feet in, get under the bar. When the weight gets heavier on my maxes, you know, I really stomp my feet down. So it's the same thing, it's just a little more intense, a little more aggressive. You don't want to be too aggressive on your warm-ups because you'll just burn yourself out. So my ritual, what I do, you know, I'll stop in front of the bar, close my eyes, I'll visualize doing the set. Then I'll grab the bar, make sure my hands are even on both sides. I always go middle finger on the rings, and I'll spin it several times. And I just kind of do this just to feel out the nerving of the bar, just, you know, really try to connect with the weight versus, you know, try to disconnect myself from my thoughts. You know, I'll spin the bar, then I'll stomp my feet as hard as I can on the ground. I'll go under the bar, and I'll really try to dig the bar down into my traps, into my shoulders, and I'll do this maybe for 5 seconds, as long as it takes until I find that perfect little pocket that I need for the bar to sit on my shoulders. And you know, I'll push into it, I'll go up and down, side to side, until the bar is symmetrical, it's straight, it's really dug in there. I don't just lift the bar up and then run out. I make sure the bar is really planted into my traps before I pick it up. I'll lift it, I'll take a deep breath, I'll lift it up with my legs. You know, I don't ignore the weight up, I get underneath it and I squat it up. And I have the same walkout every single time, it never changes. It's always 1, 2, 3, 4, every single time. So you're gonna watch my warm-up sets all the way up to my 550. The walkout is exact same, nothing changes. And this creates a habit. You know, you don't want to have any inconsistency in your lift, so your warm-ups and your maxes should look exactly the same. Like I said, the only thing that's different is the intensity of the lift, but the bar path, the setup, the walkout, the breathing, none of that changes. It's always going to be the same. Another thing too is aggression. You know, a lot of people talk about lifting really, you know, pissed off or angry, whatever it may be. Well, you gotta find a balance. You don't want to be too angry because you still want to be focused. So the key is controlled aggression. You want to be angry enough, or I should say not angry, but more aggressive to where the weight is not going to feel heavy, but not so aggressive to where you're just all over the place and you're sloppy. So internalize your aggression. You don't want to be running around hitting your head against the wall. Really try to control everything, stay tight, internal aggression. So I'm going to run you guys through all my attempts that I did yesterday and talk about my ritual, and you'll see how it's exactly the same every single time. So what you need to do is you need to find yours. It doesn't matter what it is. Some people jump up and down, backflips, scream. It doesn't matter what it is. Just make sure it's the same every single time. Get into your routine, get into your habit, and you will notice how significant and powerful this little tool is. So give it a try. Hopefully you guys find this helpful. So here was my last warm-up. As you can see, I'm finding my hand position, spinning the bar. I go under the bar, place my feet in, a couple of deep breaths, and lift up. So 4-step walkout. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So here the setup gets a little more intense. You know, really digging that bar into my traps, finding that good position. You know, I take my time and just don't rush it. 4-step walkout, couple of deep breaths to the top, brace down, and squat. So you can really see me stomp my feet down even harder on this. So as the weight gets heavier and heavier with each set, the setup gets more intense. However, the ritual still stays exactly the same. The walkout is the same. Breathe at the top, and same exact bar path. Alright, so here I played the whole setup. You know, me walking up to the bar, around. You know, I take a second behind the bar, clip my belt. You know, this is where I kind of close my eyes and just visualize a little bit, you know, what I'm going to do the lift in my head. And when I'm ready, I set the bar on the hooks where I need it. Find my hand grip, really spin that bar a couple times, try to connect with the weight. Then I stamp my feet into the ground, dig my shoulders into the bar. Really try to get aggressive here, find that perfect position where the bar is going to be sitting on top of my shoulders. 4-step walkout, couple of deep breaths, and squat. And again, you know, grab the bar, spin it, let out one yell, snap my feet down, go under the bar, really dig it in there, find that perfect spot. When I'm ready, deep breath, and I squat up with my legs. 1, 2, 3, 4 step walkouts, couple deep breaths, and squat. So here is a little bit of a heavier set. This is actually a PR for me for 2 reps. As you can see, the setup is still the same ritual. It just gets more and more intense. I'm a little more aggressive with the bar, stamp my feet down harder, grind the bar into my shoulders even more aggressively, just really preparing myself for the heavy lift. So this was my last set, 551, matching my previous best PR. So this one I get pretty crazy here, I get a little more aggressive. However, all the aggression is before I lift the bar up. Once I pick the bar up and walk out, I'm calm, collected, and in control. Same setup still, feet stomp, grind the bar down, deep breaths, lift up, 4 step walk out, 1, 2, 3, 4, deep breaths, brace, and squat. So there you go, how to change your state of mind almost instantly. So just practice doing this and try to be as consistent as you can on your warm-ups, on your working sets, on your maxes, and then there won't be any inconsistency. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for my next video. Thanks.